This tutorial covers how to target bass using sinking or suspended plugs. We'll first take a quick look at how sinking or suspending plugs actually work. We'll then look at typical conditions and scenarios that they are best suited for. We'll then take a look at the best methods for using them. We'll cover the ideal tackle setup that best suits them, followed by a guide on choosing your best lure on the day. So how do sinking or suspending plugs actually work? These types of plug by default will gradually begin to sink immediately after casting. These types of plug can vary in buoyancy, so some types of sinking plug will sink faster than others. It will usually be stated by the manufacturer whether the plug is slow sinking or not. As with most modern plugs, they will typically be made from either metal or plastic. These types of plug have the ability to be worked through the full water column. Like other style plugs, they can come in either solid patterns or segmented patterns, and either type can include rattle chambers for added attraction. The segmented lures include a hinge that allows them to move, providing visual and audio attraction as they move through the water. So which conditions and situations best suit sinking plugs? One of the key factors that can make sinking lures a better choice over others is whether the bass are feeding close to the bottom of the seabed or not. Factors that can determine this include when there is some color due to sediment in the water. Bass in these conditions will likely be feeding with their head down. Another way that sinking lures can be used is when you want some extra casting power, but still want to use a plug-style lure. These types of plug tend to be slightly denser and heavier than their floating cousins, so can be good for when the wind is just slightly too strong to cast a subsurface or floating plug. It's also in these conditions that floating-style lures may struggle more to break the water's surface and maintain their action, as wave action is likely to be stronger. So sinking lures can help keep your plugs down in the water where you want them to be, in rough conditions. Sinking plugs can often be a better choice than other plugs on the deeper style venues, such as the steep to beaches and the rock mats that have a little depth, say anything over 4 meters. As already mentioned though, they can be very effective on shallower venues too, such as your typical profile beach. One important thing to remember though, if fishing shallower water, they are not suitable to be fished over snaggy ground of any kind, as they will likely find snag points. So which methods should we apply when using sinking plugs? Immediately after casting a sinking lure, it should be allowed to drop for a moment to find the required depth. Each lure will vary from one to the other in terms of the rate that it will drop, plus the max depth it will sink to, so it can take some experimentation. Often a few seconds will be enough to wait until beginning to retrieve these kinds of lure. The key is to always check the manufacturer's info. This will often provide a max depth, and whether or not the plug is sinking or suspending. Suspending style lures tend not to sink quite as deep, often no more than 2 meters, whereas sinking style lures can sink in excess of 2 meters, if they are allowed. For the shallow venues such as your typical beaches, it's actually possible to let them hit the bottom first before retrieving them. Again, this is only possible due to the fact you are fishing snag-free ground. Fishing using braid may be better if you wish to have a better feel for what your lure is doing, and this is one situation that applies to this. On deeper venues, it is unlikely these types of plug will reach the bottom. As with all lure fishing, it pays to vary your rate of retrieve to help induce the bass to bite. Use steady retrieves with the odd increase and decrease in speed, even including complete pauses, though always bear in mind the sinking element of these plugs when you do this. Many of these types of plug include a twitch action design, which again can be determined by looking at the manufacturer's info. Remember that the faster you retrieve these styles of plug, the faster the lure will ascend upwards towards the water's surface. The same will apply when you hold the rod tip high up as you retrieve. Holding the rod tip lower, either level with the water or pointing downwards, will ensure a steadier, slower ascent. These types of plug are an ideal candidate to use for sink and draw methods, where you cover a broad depth range of the water, by repeatedly allowing the lure to sink before you continue to retrieve up to a certain height again. So what would be an ideal tackle setup when using sinking plugs for bass? A light to medium style spinning rod that casts between 10 to 30 grams will suit most scenarios. You should always match the rod casting weight to the lures you intend to use. The reel should be a fixed spool of sensible size to match the rod, around a 3000 size, though if fishing a deeper mark you could consider slightly bigger. For mainline use, either 12 pounds mono or braid can be used between 15 to 20 pounds breaking strain. A fluorocarbon casting leader should also be used to add stealth and act as a rubbing leader. This should ideally match the breaking strain of your mainline, though if using a stronger braid, consider dropping the leader strength to say a max of 15 pounds to keep the diameter low. So which exact lure will best suit the day? This won't usually apply to most, but if you are fishing a venue with particularly strong currents, such as certain deeper water venues, it can pay to use a heavier plug for holding form in the current. In windy conditions, remember that compact or more aerodynamic lures will cast easier. Darker colored lures can cast a better silhouette in low light conditions, such as at dawn and dusk. Light reflective lures, such as white or silver colored lures, can be effective in bright, clear, sunny conditions. If fishing water with some color, consider using a brightly colored lure, such as the luminous green, yellow or bright red colors. Don't forget, plugs with rattle chambers will always give good added audio attraction. If you'd like to know how to fish for bass at distance using spinning techniques, or you'd like to know how to use surface lures for targeting bass, check out the video link showing now. There's also a video on how to target bass from shallow beaches which covers the best tide and weather conditions for bass as a whole. Don't forget to subscribe and stay notified. See you again soon.